One of the many podcasts I listen to is called Women on the Road. And recently I was listening to older episodes because they are pivoting the focus of their podcast. But they had a guest about a little over a year ago, I feel like it was. But this guest shared something that really, really is speaking to me right now in this moment. And I wanted to share it with you all. So this guest said, it's a lot easier to leave a job or a relationship or a situation that's really bad than it is to walk away from something that's good but not great, or good but doesn't actually fulfill you, or doesn't actually meet your needs, or doesn't support where you want to go in whatever the next chapter is in your life. She went on to share her own personal experience and continued with, it just didn't serve me anymore to be doing that thing. I think a lot about the benefit of allowing ourselves to be brave enough to make a change, even if we're not miserable, to make a change before we get to whatever that rock bottom is. You can make a change just because you want to make a change. It doesn't really matter if other people understand it. It doesn't really matter if they buy in. And then the part that really stuck with me was when she said this: we know what truth feels like. When someone says something that's true, when you finally acknowledge in your heart and in your soul something that's true for you, you know what something feels like when it's true. And you all, this is resonating with me right now because I needed to make a really tough business decision this week to end a long-standing partnership. And it's not because the partnership was broken or non-functioning or not meeting the goals that we set out to achieve. In fact, this is exactly why it was such a challenging decision. The outcomes of this partnership have far exceeded any expectations I had coming in. Now, at the same time, though, it has also evolved to a place where the truth is that it is no longer a mutually beneficial partnership. I remember many years ago when I was struggling to make a decision to leave a job in which I was incredibly unhappy. My dad told me the decision itself is the hardest part. Once you make the decision, it only gets easier. And you all, it was really hard for me to wrap my mind around that because it was completely counterintuitive for me. If I quit my job, I'd have no income. And in that particular situation, I would also lose my housing. How would it get easier? It seemed like it would only get harder. But in fact, he was right, as he is with most things. The moment I walked out of my supervisor's office after giving my notice, it felt as if the world had been lifted off my shoulders. I was actually smiling for the first time in months. I was happy. I was excited. I was relieved. And from this place of relief and excitement, it was much easier to take the next steps. Fast forward to this week and making the decision to dissolve this business partnership, and I'm reminded of this as well. It certainly was not an easy decision. In fact, to date, it's been the single most difficult business decision I've made. But this morning when I woke up, I felt relieved and excited for the opportunity to fill that now empty space with something even more impactful. So my question for you is this: what do you know as true deep in your heart? What tough decision do you need to make despite not being miserable or at the rock bottom? I hope this has gotten your wheels turning and you all have an amazing weekend.